That's my opinion, but.
Okay, you know what, I'm not
Consider
attached.
gray, you know.
Well, because I see gray out there,
Correct.
so, you know,
don't
I
if
wasn't
anybody
giving
else
it
has an
major
opinion
thought.
on
I
colors or
was thinking
styles.
maybe a stucco finish or a textured paint. It wouldn't look like a lot of old wood.
Correct.
Maybe it would look like-
That's a good idea too.
I think it is. So, but let's move forward with the removal and get that fountain out of there and the concrete nonsense.
Okay.
The benches have been stolen, so we don't have to worry about their removal. So is there a motion to move forward with this? And then you'll have all the details.
I make a motion, we move.
Yeah,
forward.
we got to move. Peg, second.
I second the motion.
Fred, is the board in agreement?
It's not a priority for me. I think we have other priorities, so I'm
Correct.
saying no.
Okay. Bruce is no. Gwendolyn?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. It passed. The termination of the landscaping company,
Which one? I've never heard of Shinto.
well, they changed their names. It's
Oh.
Lanix, and then it's Shinto, and then it's numerous emails. Steve has argued with them. I
So
have
it's just-
argued with them.
It's just one company?
It's one company.
Got it.
And then I explained that I got a price from Service Queen for the entire property, one price, $2,600. I explained they do not need to be, these vendors do not need to be in the middle of our politics. Something reasonably would be charged back to the Middle River Club for those services rendered.
2,600 a month?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's in line with, no, that was, what's his name was charging.
Are you talking about Nanook?
No, which, no, that, it's
Emerald
more than
Isle.
that. Emerald, thank you. He was charging River Shore 16 and 600 for Middle River Club, so that's 2,200.
You're talking about Kyle from
Yes.
Emerald,
Yes.
okay?
So
He was
Kyle, when
charging
you gonna trim the
2,200?
front hedge? Kyle, when you gonna do the bushes? Kyle, you know, so I don't have a problem paying somebody just to do the work. It's almost like if you pay them, they still don't do the work and still have the conversation. So all we could do is try, like every other vendor. Some work out great, some don't.
And
Is-
so, I'm
yeah.
sorry, now we want to move to Service Queen.
Correct. Is there a motion?
I motion
Yep, Fred,
forward to Service Queen
yeah,
to get rid of the other
I'll
one.
second it.
yeah, and Bruce.
How quickly do you give 30 days?
Today, no, today. They have not been doing their job.
Okay.
Yeah. I am, that,
Several letters have gone out. no
emails,
responses.
texts.
Yeah, and they're paid in advance at this stage of the game, they owe us money.
No, they were not paid for June or July. Per their contract, there are certain things within that contract that they are going to do. They're not doing them.
They didn't do it.
So I held
May
the
I
money.
ask for one or two suggestions, just so I know, so I
Oh,
can tell people?
fertilization.
Fertilization.
Wait a minute, the bug spray,
The
there were
bug.
supposed to be 3 cuts a month, April, May, June, July. In May and, April and May, there were 2 cuts as opposed to 3. They came twice in July. Wait a minute, there's another thing they didn't do. Oh, the trimming of the bushes. Did you see the hedge trimmed? I mean, even though it looks like, could they have trimmed? No. So again, when are you going to do this? Right on it. Guess what? I even had them come one Saturday so they can catch up. No, it's not going to work.
Is the new company gonna be 3 times
Yes.
as well, the
it's-
same
yes, 3
repetition?
for
Okay.
the summer and then 2 in the winter, the fertilization. And again, are they going to do it? We don't know. All I could do is have that conversation. And guess what? I have another card up there in the office to get another company if they don't. So we try. But the thing is to move forward rather than keep the same pattern of over and over and over again. Okay, so the board is in agreement to end the agreement, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
great. Well, it looks like we're up to the portion of any questions from the audience concerning the items on the agenda only.
Items on the agenda only, yes.
Well, actually, I do. These
forward, which is what you'd like to do. I've been asked by some of the people in the pool to give this to you as a token of our desire for it to be repaired.
Please don't do that
Got
again.
it.
Someone's gonna fall and hurt them. And this is, I have a bag full of it, so this is just the top of the whatever you call it.
Thank you,
I
Mayor.
understand.
You're welcome, Bruce.
Yeah. And those papers, by the way, on your thing are to be, I mean, they can be passed around. They were samples that I
Oh,
just
yeah, I
put
didn't
there.
know what to
Okay,
do with them.
that's fine.
You
Leave
want
them
me
there
to
for the
pass them
moment.
around?
No, I mean, leave them there for the moment, but they can be up
Okay.
here for everybody to view when they want to.
Thank you.
Okay.
Are you gonna take this back?
No,
Or
it's
leave it
okay.
on
I
the-
got
leave
it,
on
I
the
got it,
table?
I got it.
It
Yeah.
belongs
It
to
could,
the-
Fred, it could stay there till whenever.
Okay, let's not do that again during the meeting. Put
Well,
chunks
no,
like this
no,
up
you're
here.
talking about moving forward. This is gonna hurt
No,
somebody.
no,
My
items
point-
on the agenda, that is not on the agenda.
I apologize.
You always
Again?
do.
Again?
Again,
Yeah.
I'm easy.
Okay, any other questions?
Wow.
Seeing no other questions, the next item is just to bring up about the air conditioning in the back room. So as you know, I got the two bids, right? One was much more than the other,
I saw air.
air around the clock.
Yeah, what's the other one?
It was Air Magic. Go look back in your emails.
Okay.
And obviously, we went with the cheaper one. I then, when we agreed, I sent an email, let's move forward. No response. This is a big company, and I think they had did it originally, the back one Steve mentioned to me, so that's why I got them out. Then I sent another email, again, no response. We want to move forward. Go ahead, Fred.
Air on the clock?
Air around the clock. I think Steve called, he got nowhere. I called with Steve there. They were gonna call me back. I waited an hour. I think I called them again. I called them again
You're talking about for service.
for air around the clock.
For service,
To
when it
remove the-
originally broke. Oh, okay.
No, it cannot be fixed.
Got it.
The problem with it, so I've been informed, which I don't understand, it's maybe 13, 14 years old. They don't make that part, the coil anymore, and you have to change both the top and bottom. You can't just do one or the other.
What part of the clubhouse is that covering?
You
The
said
back
the
room.
back. So the exercise room and the pool tables?
Correct.
Okay. And the bathrooms, if the bathrooms are even vented?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think so.
The exercise people ain't happy.
So
I know.
That's huge, yeah.
I called again, I think there were 3 phone calls. Finally, the guy called me back, and he wanted to change it the next day. And I said, no, a permit is required. So the crane has to come, it's a whole process. So they are working on getting the permit. They have all the information I supplied to them to get moving with this. And then it will be put in when it will be put in, but I did not sit around doing nothing about it. It is what it is.
How much was it?
I think with the permit,
3,535?
7,000 with the permit. I think 72 or something like that. So it was still cheaper than Air Magic, I think.
7,070.
Yeah, it was still cheaper than, I think Air Magic was
And
75
that's
or
split
something.
system.
Yeah. So, and there's a warranty, and they'll put a new thermostat in, but the crane has to come. It's a whole little bit of a thing. So if somebody asks you, the answer is it's in process. The city is involved. Every time you get the city involved, it's going to be extended.
Perfect.
All right?
I mean, I have an answer for people. Yeah.
Good. So,
Tony, have you heard anything around whether the length of time to get a permit is
I have
easy
heard
or
it's faster now
than before, than the
than
last couple
before,
of years?
than the last, because they had to catch up on COVID, because offices
Sure.
were closed.
Yeah.
It's lower season now. I've heard
Yeah, I
permitting
knew-
is faster, but
I've heard in certain circumstances it's taken a while. That's why I was just wondering.
that's what they told me, but since I'm not getting it and I don't deal with the city
Right.
well, then they will have to figure it out. And, things have to be notarized, there are things that get recorded, it's a whole pain in the ass process. Yeah. It could have been in by now, but we can't take a chance of whatever. So, Wendelin brought some information. There's no other, yeah. So Wendelin, why don't you just kind of go over it, but let's not get too many projects on our plate. We can always revisit it, and I mean that. It's not no, it's
Fine.
revisit it, just so we have a quick idea of what's going on, because so far we did well with the meeting time
Okay.
today.
I would like to have another meeting sooner rather than later.
Right.
To discuss the pool project.
Okay.
I have given out 2 estimates for the decking, which is the Maryland, and I'm saying you can pass that around. 2 estimates for the diamond brighting or the marsiting, the insides of the pool, which, again, this concrete, it could be the coping, it could be, I don't know where that exactly came from, the inside of
From
the
the
pool.
decking of the pool.
The decking. Okay, 2 separate quotes, 2 for the deck, 2 for the pool are in your laps.
Yeah.
And I
get
would,
that. Can you get extra copies?
I gave 4 out. Hey, can you give, because I didn't know you were gonna, you know what I mean? Be here, yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
So these are the 2 we already had for the decking.
Okay,
Yeah, is that correct?
that is correct.
Okay.
You want
I don't know if you already had them, because I have an issue, I have a problem
Oh, I
forwarding
have 2.
stuff. I'm not very good technologically, that's why I put things down on paper.
Okay, now, we have these 2 bids for the decking already.
Okay,
So,
then we have one from Aqua Buddy, because they,
now we're talking the pool.
Correct.
Yeah, we have to be clear what we're talking about. So
Sorry.
we're talking the pool.
okay.
So,
And you have to read through them, because they are different, and I'm not a pool person, like expert,
Okay.
to know what they're including and what they're not including, but I did want to at least get you the information
okay.
It's good information. That's
to
what you
have.
got with the-
And the
Yes.
sooner we move forward on things, the price, like everything else, is going up
So,
Right.
on everything, yes.
And I just want to add to
Yes.
that. I mean, doing all that work is going to cost a lot of money.
Yes.
No matter how we do it.
Correct.
There are 310 units, I believe. You would know more than I would.
314.
314 units
Uh-huh.
in this complex.
Uh-huh.
If we did an assessment where each unit paid $314, we would have enough money to do the decking and the pool area. Just a suggestion.
Right, right. Good
Okay.
information to know.
So,
$314 is not a lot of money per unit to get all that fixed.
well, that's a good point. The only issue I have with it is, it's like sometimes we have to do a little more investigation. It's not because you didn't do a good job. So let me throw this out at you, because how long are you living here?
17 years.
Oh, okay, so you remember when the pool was fiberglassed?
Okay, go on.
So that lasted 15 years. The because it's not because I need to be right about all this, it really isn't, it's just using the money more wisely. The fiberglass is less porous than the Marsite. As a result, it lasted more than double, well, almost triple, because I think Marsite's good for 5 years.
10.
Oh, okay. I think at the time, I could be wrong, I think they've improved it, but you're right, maybe it is 10 now, because I have heard that, correct. But I think at the time, and I'm going back 20 whatever years, it was basically 5, 6 years, it was 2. And it would start staining because of the oil and the dirt and whatever.
And chipping and puckering.
Yes,
And, yeah,
correct.
that's what we've got now.
So I would just like to see if there is a company out there to put the fiberglass back, and how we got that Marsite, as much as I disagreed with at the time, but to keep peace, it was Mike McCardle who wanted the Marsite back. So to keep peace, I agreed to it. And even though I think we paid 13 or 14,000, I had a price to redo it with the fiberglass that needed a little fixing. There was, some of it had upheaved, I forgot the word, chipped.
Eroded?
No, it was very minor, but it was just, the pool would have had it been drained and fixed it. and just see, because if it lasts 20 years, we're better off. It's a more, I would rather spend a little bit more, because it's wisely with the money. Plus, the key is for the cleaners. The key is, instead of, he's got to brush it and it takes a long time, he won't have to brush, if at all, with the fiberglass, because it's not porous. And it would be better overall, it's like the hedge, maintaining it with the white fly and the product that to prevent, you want to have things that are less cumbersome to maintain, that last a long.
Do you know any complex that has a fiberglass pool? I am not familiar.
No, I do
with
not
it.
know today,
You see, to
but
me,
at the
that's very
time.
1972. Do you know what I mean? I feel it's going a little bit backwards, is my opinion, in looking into fiberglass.
Okay.
But I'm open to, if you know of another complex that has one, I'm more than willing to go.
But the fiberglass would have been renewed from days of old too, you know, to keep up the competition.
No, I don't know how you refurbish fiberglass. I
Well,
do not know.
I mean, it's probably been new and improved over the years. I doubt it's the same fiberglass it was 15 years ago.
Mhm.
So I think it's worth looking into.
Well, whoever wants to look into it, I
Okay.
do not want to
That-
take that on because
No,
I'm
that's fine.
into
I
my
will
side.
look into it.
Okay.
I will look into it. It's just not today. I cannot look into
Fine.
it. Today is a very busy day for me.
Fine.
So,
Oh, I'm sorry, can we take 2 questions from the audience? No?
sure, you can take them.
I just want to answer your questions more specifically about where the debris came from. To be clear, that debris plus that bag that I have is mostly from around the gazebo, on the edge of the gazebo.
Okay.
And on some of the repaired patches where it's blue.
Got it.
So but it's a lot from the gazebo, which is where people hang out a lot.
Okay.
And I have another bag of it, but I try to save you the problem.
Thank you.
Okay?
Bill?
Yes.
Yeah, just one point. I think the pool itself is more urgent than you realize. The rust in the entrance to the pool, where the steps are, has been growing tremendously. There were a few spots a year ago. Now it runs right across. And I think it might be more urgent than you realize.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll have a look at it. It could be just a cleaning, I don't know. I haven't seen it. So, but I thank you for bringing that up. That's constructive for us to know.
Right.
This is too important for us to know. That's why we hope people don't take a hammer and start knocking the repair off. Anyway,
Are you suggesting that's what I did?
oh, you could never do that. You would have people do that. That
That's
would,
unbelievable.
Yeah, I
just
know.
wanted to make
Move
it
on,
clear.
move on.
All right.
Move on. All right, well, I really would like to keep that high on the agenda.
it's not off the agenda,
Next
it's just
meeting.
today.
Right.
Everything can, as long as we're moving forward. So
Okay.
now that, I will see if maybe a fiberglass company does not exist.
All right.
So I don't know. I don't know that it's 1970s, though. I mean, that's it lasted 15 years here. We did that around 96, 97. So it lasted those years. There was just a
To me, it's
little.
like putting in a fiberglass tub in your bathroom.
Oh, no, it didn't. Well, then you don't remember how the
Cheesy.
pool
It's
looked.
cheesy.
No. You don't remember how the pool looked.
Cheesy.
Here's what I found.
Does
No.
it work well? How much does it cost?
Yeah.
Also, the estimates you gave us, are they for equal work?
They are,
Equal cost?
I don't think so. I would have to read them both, compare. They're old, too. They are from, you
Yeah,
know,
they could update prices. That's not a big deal.
correct.
They're probably higher.
They're higher
after
now.
COVID.
Yeah.
I would.
So we want to get the most bang for the money, and then we have to see what's in the account, because in the past, the wise way to do things is without an assessment. But if an assessment is required, that's not a big deal to
And the
do
pool
it.
will be closed for a month, you know, for the,
It may be,
It
it may
would be,
be
for sure.
less or more, we don't know. The vendor determines that, not us.
yes.
I just wanted to comment, apparently even those pools that had that, whatever you refer to.
Fiberglass?
Yeah, that when they were redone, they were not done with fiberglass, so there must be a reason there are no pools with fiberglass that we can look at. It must be significant, that's all.
We'll look. Okay, thank you.
Are we done, board? Anything else would you like to bring up? Peg,
A motion to adjourn.
a
No, I
motion?
have two
Oh.
quick